Good evening, dear viewers, and welcome to Channel 2 of the Saudi Television. I'm Ahmed, السعيد, and this is our news in brief. We will start with the national news. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. His Royal Highness Crown Prince Abdullah bin Abdul Aziz, Deputy Premier and Head of the National Guard, received today a telephone call from President Ali Abdullah Saleh of Yemen. During the telephone contact, they reviewed bilateral relations between the two countries and the latest developments in the regional and international arenas. Moving on to regional and international news. A high-level meeting between Israeli and Palestinian security officials Wednesday night seemed to have had no effect today, as the two sides continued to battle it out in the Gaza Strip and reports of the West Bank. Israeli soldiers in the Gaza Strip shot dead one Palestinian and injured another this morning. Earlier today, Israel radio reported that Prime Minister Ariel Sharon has completely rejected a Palestinian proposal aimed at ending the ongoing Israeli-Palestinian violence and restarting peace talks. The proposal was made by Palestinian Legislative Council Speaker Ahmad Abu Ala in a sign of growing international concern. Jordan's Foreign Minister Abdul Ilah Al-Khatib headed into talks with Palestinian leader Yasser Arafat, and the United States and Russia issued a joint statement calling for an end to the violence. The freed crew of a United States spy-plane left Guam for Hawaii on the second leg of their flight to freedom that has so far now diffused a Sino-American standoff over their detention in China. But China has said that the case is not over and has urged the United States to hold reconnaissance flights along its borders. The crew members waved to reporters and media and shook hands with senior officers as they boarded the huge transport plane at Anderson Air Force Base in Guam in preparation for the flight. Triggering the release was Chinese acceptance of a meticulously crafted letter of 236 words negotiated by United States and Chinese diplomats. United States Secretary of State Colin Powell arrived in Skopje for today for talks aimed at diffusing tension among the country's ethnic groups. Powell was to meet initially with President Boris Chajkovsky, Prime Minister Lobetko Gradkovsky, and Foreign Minister Tradan Sorodan Kerem. According to the Macedonian Foreign Ministry, Powell would get together with the political party leaders in the Skopje Parliament. Macedonia is expected to request American support for its integration into the NATO alliance during talks with Powell. United States Secretary of State Colin Powell told reporters today he was pleased that the American crew was back on United States soil. Powell said he assumed the crew members were relaxing and being debriefed before heading off to Guam. Powell made the remarks in Paris, where he met Russian Foreign Minister Igor Ivanov for the second time. The two men said they hoped for a United States-Russia summit would take place by July at the latest. Both presidents are anxious to see this meeting take place as soon as possible, but no later than the Genoa summit. Powell told a news conference after the breakfast meeting. Powell was referring to the group of 8 summit due to take place in the Italian port city of Juan from July 20 to 26. France and Russia have decided to work together in the coming weeks on 3 issues: European security and the crisis in the Middle East. French Foreign Ministry Herbert Verrin said today, following a meeting with his Russian counterpart Igor Ivanov. At a joint press conference in Paris, Verrin said these issues were priorities. We decided the means of stopping the spiral of violence in the Middle East, Verrin said, and called on Israelis and Palestinians to act with the greatest urgency to stop this spiral. And finally, Cincinnati officials declared a state of emergency and imposed a curfew today following 3 days of vandalism and racial unrest that began after the fatal shooting of a black youth by a white police officer. We can't tolerate the lawlessness any longer, Mayor Charles Luckin told a news conference. The curfew will begin tonight and lasting indefinitely. He said only people going to and from work will be allowed on the street. Others should stay in their homes and pray, Loken said. With that, the viewers, we end